pages, pulling on her braids and yelling, "Cherokee, Cherokee," their strange way of saying Julagi. Climbing the 3 steps to the porch of the teacher's house, Soft Rain called. "See you." "Hello." "Come in, Soft Rain. You are almost late again," the teacher said. "Were you listening to stories or looking for flowers?" Before answering, Soft Rain stared at the teacher's beautiful beaded deerskin dress. Why was she wearing her festival dress to school? "I played too long with Pet. There weren't any flowers," Soft Rain said. She sat on the floor next to Little John, who was named for the principal chief of the Julagi. She liked Little John because he reminded her of Hawkboy, always trying to be taller. "I was named for John Ross, the chief of the real people, but I will be much bigger," he always said, stretching himself as tall as possible. The teacher handed Soft Rain the pages from Sequoia's writing. Talking leaves, her father called them. "When I was your age," he had often told her, "our language was only spoken. Then Sequoia made the sounds into symbols that you can now read." Together, the boys and girls read Bible verses from Sequoia's pages. Then Little John and Soft Rain, who were the oldest, each read a verse alone. "Your reading is excellent, as usual," the teacher stammered. She wiped at her eyes. The younger children looked at each other and began whispering. "The teacher is crying." "We won't read the white man's book today because I have something I must tell you," the teacher said, holding up a piece of paper. Her hand trembled. "You look sad. Will it make us cry?" Little John asked. "It is very sad. It is a letter from the white man who calls himself the superintendent of Cherokee removal. Friends, he calls us. He tells us that the treaty signed 2 years ago by some of our people will soon be enforced in Tennessee, Georgia, and Alabama, as well as here in North Carolina. He says that on the 23rd of May of this year, 1838, the Cherokees must remove to the lands set apart for them in the West." The teacher sighed, then continued. "My family has decided to leave before we are forced from our home. If it isn't too late, we will sell our house to a white family. Children, there will be no more school for you here. Maybe in the West." Soft Rain saw tears fall onto the white man's letter. She felt her anger growing. If she were holding the letter, she would rip it into little pieces. No more school. The Julagi must move west. Why? The teacher did not answer Soft Rain's unspoken question. She merely whispered a goodbye to each child. She handed the white man's word books to Soft Rain and Little John. "You must keep reading," she said. As Soft Rain passed the white children's school, she began to cry. "It isn't fair that those mean boys can go to school and we can't," she said to Little John, sobbing. "Why is the teacher moving?" "I don't know. But my father says only a few of our people signed that treaty. They are the ones who should move. We aren't moving. Father is getting ready to plant our selu, our corn. I'm going to help him. He never wanted me to learn the white man's ways or his words. Now I'll stop. I won't need this old book." "Ahee!" Soft Rain screamed as Little John threw the word book toward the schoolhouse and ran away. She started to go after the book, but when she saw a face at the window, she hesitated. Then she tore after Little John, only stopping when she had no more breath. She looked all around, but Little John was nowhere in sight. She was puzzled.